Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is Days with My Stepsister, Volume 1. Original stories by Ghost Mikawa, art by Yumika Kanade, character designs by Hiten, translation Eriko, Sugita, and then lettering Dietrich Premier. It's an interesting manga, and I'll say why. Is I initially saw the title, I initially saw the cover of it, and I cringed. And why? Because I thought it was going to be another, hey, this is my step sibling that I'm totally into, and we're going to have sex. And to me, it's kind of creepy. I know it's not siblings, but still, it's like step siblings. It's a little creepy. So it's about this kid, Yuuta, whose father decides to remarry. And then the woman that he gets married to has a daughter. The daughter is named Saki, and Saki is the same age of Yuuta, and they wind up going to the same high school. They are already going to the same high school. Don't really know each other, but, same grade, all that. They just don't know each other. Whatever. So Yuuta goes from, being the older brother to what he thought was, a middle schooler to basically having a sibling who is the same age and, in theory, going through the same stuff, roughly. So it's interesting. And it's not the, oh, my stepsister is hot and I totally want to bang my stepsister or whatever and flirting back and forth. It's really, a stepbrother and stepsister being really awkward around each other because they're awkward around each other. They have always been single children. They haven't had siblings. So they are just completely they have no idea how the hell to act around each other due to that. They are literally having to learn how to be brothers and sisters, and it's good. It's actually really, really solid so far. I will say that the ending, to me, I don't know where it's going to go, and it could go off the rails really easily. But for the most part, this first volume is really just, two awkward teenagers being around each other. There's nothing, I would say, sexual about it. There's no, glances. It's nothing. It's literally Yuuta being, awkward because he's never lived with women before, definitely at least a girl his age, and she's, doing laundry and has to dry her underwear, and he's kind of seeing that going, and it's awkwardness and embarrassment, not a longing for anything. She's just kind of guarded and a little off-putting, because she's guarded and off-putting. It has nothing to do with anything else. She's got a reputation. She kind of puts on a persona. As she describes it, it's her armor. So it's interesting to see these two interact as just two strangers now being forced to live in a house. It's more the real world when manga characters stop being characters and start being real. The real manga. No. So it's good. I actually think it's pretty solid. I like it. Now I think it's a little weird that I don't know if this is a normal thing in Japan of the fathers just being hey, I met this waitress or bartender, she's really hot, we're gonna get married, she has a daughter, and they're the son hasn't met her at all, there's just, feels like there's no lead up to it, and the son's just wait, you were seeing someone? That's kind of the reaction I get, so, and that way it's a little weird, but overall I would have to say it's not bad. It's actually a pretty solid manga. Art is good. Again, it really actually doesn't sexualize the characters at all. It's kind of crazy like that. This is when you meet her, and this would be the time to, totally do that. And, she's, fairly normal. She looks like she should be out in the 80s and doing, maybe a workout video, but, with the shoulder thing. If you're in the 80s, you grew up in the 80s, you'd understand that. But, beyond that, it's not really... There's nothing odd. It's all pretty standard. There's even comments where they're playing video games, and her and her friend are in the school girls' outfits because it's, right after school, and the friend's if he sits on the floor, he's going to be able to see my underwear, and you're just no, you have to sit on the couch with us because that's kind of weird. So it actually kind of almost goes out of its way to acknowledge the awkwardness. So yeah, it's pretty solid. I'm hoping the ending's just kind of a tease out and joke and is not really where it's gonna go. I'm hoping to God that's not the case. But we'll see. So yeah, I mean, the first volume is good. We'll see where the second volume goes, and maybe I'll have a second opinion on that. You can go get this. This is out in shops. You can go buy it. We've got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. We'll tell the shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you'll support our site. So thank you for that. And speaking of support, I want to thank Yen Press for hooking us up with this review copy. And of course, thank you all for watching. If you are into manga, check us out every day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky. All at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.